Hello YouTubers, this is the Noobifier and welcome to a no bullshit rundown of the job of the Explorer. This video is an update of a video that I made 2 years ago by request of a subscriber, and as it's part of the job series, it's well worth the effort for the community. These videos prove to be a massive undertaking in research, as it's important to be accurate and complete. So, if you liked the video, please help by suggesting it to a friend. Let's begin. The Professional Explorer. We're always willing to launch ourselves into the unknown. We explored on foot, then by horses, and then we built ships to cross the surface. Planes allowed us to reach the skies, and eventually rockets let us leave our planet altogether. Above all other jobs, exploration will likely be the most popular one in Star Citizen. The number one question that I still get all the time is what happens when we discover everything? What will be left to find once everything's been seen? When the persistence is fully added and the resets are a thing of the past, we should then be able to consider that day as the commercial launch of the universe. We know that Stanton will be followed by Pyro, and let's be more optimistic and say that there'll be a couple more. Millions of players and thousands of orgs. We would have the known universe discovered, scanned, probed, analyzed, mapped in full detail, and completely cataloged before anyone would need to buy ship insurance. There have been several instances on Around the Verse and most recently CitizenCon that confirmed that discovered items would move or change slightly. This may sound tedious, but it's good news. Also, like any other MMO, new content would also be added, and our discoveries would need to be periodically verified. If everything only needed to be scanned once, this game mechanic would be doomed. Jump points initially need to be discovered, surveyed, and plotted, but they're planned to be dynamic. So because the universe changes, there's going to need constant need for this exploration. According to what was said, you could technically spend your days doing nothing but keeping tabs on the jump points by replotting a safe path and then selling that updated data. We were just shown that a player would actually need to fly the unknown or stable jump point in order to chart them. When you commit to charting a jump, there's risk of being thrown out, damaged, or even killed if you're unable to fly with skill. We'll have to see about the drone mechanics when it's done, as they were mentioned in the character concept. I actually personally hope it takes a skillful pilot to plot through a course. Chris said from the beginning, no easy button in any of the game mechanics, and I feel that we should hold him to that. Once the new pass is assessed as optimal, the data can be sold so that others can perform the jump safely, simply with their navigation computer. Jump points are being classed into 3 sizes. Some ships are going to be forced to take a larger point, which will likely result in a longer path. And smaller ships are going to have more jump options so that they can optimize their path, either shorter or safer. Your org may decide to move cargo on 2 hull Bs instead of 1 hull C, just to optimize the route. Jump points and charting them are just one aspect of exploration. Explorers are also looking to find new planets, scientific advancement, new destinations, and possibly even new species. Information like that is vital to the industrial types. Miners, farmers, and colonists are going to rely on the explorers to find the right place to set up home base and get ready to work. Your data could be sold to the government, kept for your own use, or sold to whoever is willing to pay. DLC drops and events have the potential to expand the universe very well into the future to keep this gameplay fresh. Your motivating factors for this type of exploration are broad. There are 2 main types of discovery: discovery for information and discovery for fun. Discovery for information can be further broken down into a couple types: scientific discovery, corporate intelligence, and military intelligence. And then of course, each of these can be further broken down to either personal gain or financial gain. Some humans genuinely just want to discover even at great personal expense, risk of bankruptcy, or even risk of death. Being remembered or making your mark in the universe may be the only motivation that's needed for some. Because of the ARC map, we know the basic layout and names of the systems. We know the basic paths, who lives there, the planets, the basic history, and the overall threat. That doesn't mean that we know any real detail, and it's up to the explorer to confirm or disprove the rumors. Let's talk about exploration for corporate or military intelligence. I serve in the Canadian military, and my job from 1991 until 2005 was armored reconnaissance. This is also called spying. This type of task for military intelligence serves to discover key leverage over a group or enemy. An example of this gameplay would be that you locate the home base of a pirate organization. You may not initially know what you've found, so this is actually where some discretion should come in. It's now up to you to get some information on capability, activity, positive identification, and pattern of life, or you may also just decide it's not worth it. This process takes time and could actually turn up nothing. If it turns out that there's value in their gear or a bounty, you may have the team to deal with them and then flip a profit. The org that I'm a member of, Enemy Contact, is a paramilitary mercenary company whose mandate is perfectly in line with this type of scenario. High value, complicated, big ticket bounties with many moving parts. We would likely keep this intelligence for ourselves and then act on it. You could still do this type of legwork without the org or the means to do anything about it. The information still has value to someone else, and providing it would be seen as intelligence for financial gain. If you're good at it, people will line up from all over for your services. Exploration for corporate intelligence can extend to include surveying, the act of mapping and scanning the unknown for resources, jump points, or other interesting facts. The goal of this corporate exploration is obviously to flip a profit. Your aim is to sell your information, similar to the reconnaissance, but the information has to be worth more than the expenditure or you're actually wasting your time. It can be exciting and risky with no guarantee that the payoff is actually going to cover the operating costs. Technically, any ship can be used for exploration. Some are better suited than others. The Aurora ES and LX have the most rudimentary systems in that series, both have jump-capable drives, and are okay value for local exploration. The Mustang Beta redesign is head and shoulders above both of the Auroras. It still has one of the best canopy views of any ship, an efficient jump drive, and a large fuel reserve. With the incoming stamina and actor mechanics being introduced, having not only a bed to log out of, but a washroom, kitchen, and entertainment may actually be a big bonus. The Origin 315P just got a rework, and we saw the upgrade system demoed at that time. Like the Beta, the 315P has a bed and some limited creature comforts. Compared to the base 300, it does come with a stronger power plant, upgraded scanners, tractor beam, and long-range communications. The Reliant Sen is listed as an exploration alternative from MISC. I've never liked the design or the way it flies, and it's pricey. However, it does come with a second seat for a friend to join you. It's still my recommendation for you to choose something else. The Freelancer Der is where we're starting to get into much larger footprint. The Der variant will carry less cargo than standard, but it picks up sensors and longer range. The series has a pronounced bus-like window and a very well laid out flight deck. It would have been interesting if they'd traded more cargo space for dedicated rooms, but that type of functionality is available in larger ships. This is a good sized ship that a couple friends can use to see the universe. The Terrapin is a tough science ship with advanced plating and some very specialized sensors. It's quite small and lacking in any creature comforts. It's geared primarily for reconnaissance and short-range scientific exploration. The Aquila is the Constellation variant that's tricked out to explore. From the outside you'll know it because it trades the signature square glass for a round observation canopy. It comes with a rover and a Merlin. By dumping the rover, you pick up a lot of cargo space. This multi-crew ship is very well suited for a group of friends in a small org. The Carrack's a hot topic. It's a military ship whose sole purpose is exploration. It's due to be released shortly and was heavily used throughout this year's CitizenCon demo. Its computer core is tailored for charting jump points. Included are drones and a Pisces scoutcraft. It includes a rover and 3 modules that'll be interchangeable. It's very well protected, defended, and well armed. It's supposed to have a unique shutter that can cover the bridge from attack or radiation. It'll have a basic medical bay and a workshop for when you're out on your own. Reinforced oversized fuel tanks, and an array of arms that aid in navigating larger jump points. The Carrack is very well suited for a small team of friends to explore. And finally, the Endeavour, with its telescope module, is very well suited for exploration. This science ship is said to have the longest range sensor package, and although I would never send this ship into the black without an org support, being able to cover wide areas of space all at once, I know that this is going to be an exploration powerhouse. As I said, the act of navigating a jump point should be automated if the course is charted. Course data can be acquired, but an uncharted jump will need to be flown first. Because of this, the snub ship is intended to go first and chart a path by flying it, or you can risk your main ship and just fly it. This year at CitizenCon, we saw parts of this gameplay. The pilot needed to fly for over 2 minutes, and the developers confirmed that this would be its own minigame. And because of that, I think charting the unknown in Star Citizen will be fun. So in conclusion, being the explorer, you get to put it all on the line to see the unknown for yourself. Pushing the edge of the known universe, you're going to need to manage your consumables, know where to look, and of course know when to turn back. Thank you very much for spending your time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this updated installment of the Job series. If you liked this channel's no bullshit approach, please consider subscribing to help me spread the word about Star Citizen. And of course, I would also appreciate your help by linking this to a friend or orgmate who may be interested in Star Citizen. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.